both kind of gets rolling, but now
Exactly. We see Warrior against Mage.
Yeah, that's really rough for the Mage if it's a Freeze Mage.
Yeah, it looks like Freeze Mage as well.
We have 4 weapons for Kolento.
That's actually... No, it's Skip playing.
Skip's playing.
Skip's playing Warrior.
So yeah, I think it's definitely to be quite favored for Skip then.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Skip.
Oh yeah.
A little bit before, and because I saw when he was banning and picking that he picked Mage. So I guess this is what he was hoping for, and he got it.
Yeah, indeed. They both vetoed one Hunter. Yeah, it's quite cool.
All right, so let's see what classes they have. Skip as Warrior, Warlock, Druid, and Mage.
Yeah, and Kolento with Warlock, Mage, and Warrior, and Shaman.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, Warrior will probably pick Shaman into it, or possibly, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can almost start talking about the next game, right? Freeze Mage against Warrior. The statistics on this is pretty high win ratio for Warrior.
He basically needs to save 1 removal for Antonidas, and it's over.
Yeah, exactly. And then Alexstrasza when it finally comes, but
yeah.
Basically, the idea is to armor up every turn. Just try to get the armor.
Yeah, I mean, when he gets to like 15 armor or so, the mage basically doesn't have enough removal, burst. I mean, to
Oh, he goes for the silence here. I mean, he doesn't really have. He didn't have another good play. His hand is pretty bad actually. Like he could have played Big Game Hunter, but you want to save that for Alexstrasza, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, still, like just armoring up is scary, for the mage, definitely.
Yeah.
But like it could be a lot worse though. So,
like, if he didn't do it, I guess Kolento could have pinged the Acolyte, gained more draws. Now he has a really awkward turn.
I mean, it's all about armor, I guess, and getting stuff out in the field. I mean, the health absolutely doesn't matter for the Warrior, from 15 to 30, so he could take damage as much as he wants, but he wants to start armoring up on next turn. So he would hope for a ping and Leopard Luctor running into it. But,
I do think Skip wishes he kept one of the weapons, because that would have actually helped him a lot. He wouldn't have to actually coin out the Spellbreaker, because now he actually doesn't have anything to do.
Not really, no. Yeah.
Like,
it wouldn't be the worst thing to play the big game, but I think armoring up is just more safe in this position.
Yeah, I mean, the Acolyte only takes off 1 armor, but it does mean that you can't start stacking, which is a problem.
Yeah.
But we do see that Kolento's hand is also pretty bad. He's not, next turn, if he doesn't draw anything, he's not going to be able to do anything at all.
But yeah, in some of these situations, like you can really get into a situation where you have 20-something armor.
Yeah.
Actually, fireballing face early can be quite good.
You have to get off the armor somehow, and the only way is through spells. You only have Alexstrasza and Antonidas. Well, there are some versions of Freeze Mage that do have more minions, but it doesn't seem like it from the hand.
And very, very few that run Pyro, but we're expecting an Antonidas here for the finisher.
Yeah, probably. It's the only it's the key card in this matchup. If Mage wants to win, if Mage wants to win, they probably have to get a really good Antonidas, get at least 2 or 3 fireballs.
Yeah. Basically, if he has a removal for Antonidas, it's almost over. If he gets some armor up, but this is about as rough as it gets, really. I think. Yeah, there's not much.
I think Kolento is actually really happy about this.
It couldn't be worse. I mean, 5. Just armoring up and passing on turn 5 is just...
Oh, that draw is really good for Kolento as well. Allows him to get at least 2 draws. Actually...
and into an Arcane Brilliance, that's just... Yeah.
Do you think Skip is going to execute here? Is it worth it?
I think it's a good idea, yeah. I like that
It might
play.
actually be.
But
it doesn't allow him to play anything else, though. But how important... I guess the armor is more important than playing a minion, so he's gonna execute.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But
I mean, less damage is also armor, so it's a few options for that. But I mean, he didn't play anything the turn before, so he can kind of assume that his hand is not the best.
Yeah, exactly. But he did, like you said, draw the Arcane Intellect, which he is definitely going to play this turn. And another Fireball. So he has a lot of burn spells.
Yeah.
He just needs to find
Alexstrasza, yeah.
Alexstrasza, Antonidas. But I mean, if he does find Alexstrasza, it doesn't seem like Skip is going to have that much armor.
Yeah.
He really needs to find a shield block and actually start clearing off this stuff. Ragnaros is good,
really, really good draw here. But I mean, what would you play here in his position, in Skip's position as a warrior?
It's tough. It's really tough.
I mean, I think it's basically between Sylvanas and Black Knight here.
I don't think it does matter that much. I mean, Black Knight is never gonna be...
Gorham surprises me a lot. But I mean, I guess if you play the Sylvanas, it kind of feeds into, you know...
I think actually, like, it's about the same. I think actually this is the best play.
Yeah.
Just because he can armor up and play a minion next turn, and you're not going to be able to armor up this turn if you play a minion. And this allows you to actually clear off the Loot Hoarder without having to take more damage.
What do you think about the possibility of playing Rag instead on next turn?
I think playing Rag is really, really weak if he has Alexstrasza turn 9. Even though it has, then you don't have to have the removal for Alexstrasza maybe, but maybe if you had a shield block, it could be good.
Yeah.
Because then you could actually get up the armor. But if he Alexstrasza's turn 9 and you played Rag when on your turn 8, like the most armor you can get is 2, and that is really scary.
Yeah, that's usually not enough. But I mean, with any sort of Icelands play, but it kind of comes down to it, like how desperate is Skip feeling here, you know?
Yeah. So we see there is no play for Kolento. He could start burning, but like playing fireballs, but that seems really weird.
Yeah, like it's definitely gonna come down to an Alexstrasza.
Oh, does he have too many cards? Oh, I guess if you... Yeah.
Yeah, from our screen it's...
If he would have killed the Loot Hoarder, he would have discarded a card otherwise, so that's why we see... this is kind of weird.
Yeah, this surprises me.
I don't think he's gonna play it. He's just thinking.
I like Black Knight, Sylvanas, armor up, or Rag. Better.
Just hit it, kill it. Get rid of the thing that's proccing down your armor and actually be able to start armoring up. I don't see why he would be thinking about the Lotheb. Like, on the turn 9 when Alexstrasza might be coming down. So we see the Black Knight, which...
Not surprising, yeah.
Not surprising at all. I actually think Sylvanas might have been better.
He may want to save it for some sort of shield slam on his Sylvanas.
That's true, that's true. But it is, like, right now he doesn't actually have any removal. Oh, never mind. He has the Big Game Hunter. My bad. Yeah. So he did have removal for Alexstrasza, which would have actually been really bad if he didn't.
Yeah, that's why he played so liberally with the execute a few turns earlier. But Doomsayer, and what are we gonna see here?
Doomsayer.
Fireball.
He's going face?
Interesting.
Very interesting. So we do see a lot of damage in... I
mean, he has the Frostbolt and double Ice Lance.
Ooh, that is a good draw. The shield block.
That's excellent.
That might actually win him the game here.
I mean, is there any world where he's not gonna play that? I think...
No, I don't... Well, if he plays Lotheb, I don't think he has to. But what can you do if you play Lotheb? You have 4 mana left.
I think just Lotheb hero power, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Then you get 2 extra armor.
I actually like that better here. Yeah, then you get 2 extra armor and some pressure on the board. But you have to kill the Doomsayer.
You don't even have to play Lotheb, but I mean, you kind of want to get minions on the board. He's trying to put you on a clock.
I mean, what does the shield, the fireball to the face tell him? It tells him either that he's got a lot of burst or that he's quite desperate, you know. And I think Lotheb just shuts down everything, so it just gives him more time to draw into more
exactly.
defensive things.
What can he actually do if he plays Lotheb?
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Like, he could fireball for 9 mana. Double Brawl, interesting. But Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, he's gonna go for the Lothab and clear. Yeah. So pretty strong play here. It was looking pretty bad, but he manages to get off 5 armor and play Lothab. So
he did get a Mad Scientist, which is not the worst draw. Definitely.
Not the worst draw, but like you said, like Fireball is 9 mana this turn. So if he wants to play Fireball, which I think he's gonna do, well, I guess you don't have to.
It comes down to, I think, like Frost Nova Scientist is not weak, but both of them are yeah. It's like
I think it's between playing the Scientist and hero powering his face.
What about Frost Nova? I mean, with that, are you thinking of saving it for some?
I think you need to. It depends how much you value your ping, but he went for the secret, which is kind of.
Oh.
Yes, I guess it's almost the same thing as Frost Nova, but.
Maybe he wants to get that out before.
Yeah.
But he's already used the other secret, so unless he's running some sort of crazy counter spell, like the Mad Scientist actually won't proc.
We see that it is Ice Barrier, and we're probably gonna see Rag this turn.
Yeah,
it's
Rag.
too strong not to play.
It just puts so much pressure on him, and then really,
And it's immune to freeze, which is the most important part in this matchup.
Yeah, this is just disaster for Kolento. He's really in a rough spot here.
Yeah. Skip is still at 25 HP. We do see a lot of damage. Pyroblast, that's 10. He has double Ice Lance and a Frostbolt, I'm pretty sure, which is the last card.
With Thalnos, this would be brutal, but the Rag basically puts a clock. Either he's gonna, actually have to kill the Rag for 8 damage, which is definitely not something he wants to do, since he's got 25 health. He's basically not an option at this point to kill the Rag.
We see that Skip has 8 plus 9, so that's 17 damage. So he has lethal next turn. But I guess there is a... Is there an ice block? There is an ice block on board, so he will not die next turn. So he is gonna go for the Pyroblast.
Interesting.
It's actually... If he draws Thalnos, Kolento actually wins this game. That's actually really interesting.
It's 9, 13, 21, and Grommash. Yeah.
But there is an ice block.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gonna pop the ice block this turn.
But I mean, can he do anything better than just hero power and Grommash and pop the ice block?
I don't think so. Because he has no way to get more armor. So
also, like, forfeits the weapon, which is not good.
Well, it doesn't really matter when you have Rag on board.
Yeah. But I mean, like, for the 1 health, the possibility of
the free... Well, I guess...
I mean, it basically forces him to use an extra freeze on the face, but he's got a lot of freeze on the face anyway.
Does he have to use the weapon to...
I mean, like, there's a possibility where he could possibly drop, like, draw spells like Luthor's or something
true.
like that. Obviously used one Luthor already, but...
so, yeah. Well... Okay, so we're gonna see the ice block popped, and it's gonna come down to this draw, I think.
Yeah.
If he draws Thalnos, it is... Let's see, how much damage does he have now? He has 6, 9... plus 8. Oh, is that lethal? It is, right? It's lethal, right? It's...
Looks to be, yeah. Double Ice Lance now.
Double Ice Lance, Frostbolt? It's perfect lethal. Wow.
Oof.
This is not good for Skip.
This is just like disaster. It will be interesting to see how this actually affects Skip's morale,
Yeah, it's like you're coming into this and thinking, easy game, easy life.
Kolento really playing well in this game.
Yep. He actually... I don't think I would have done what he did. Like, he realized that he has to start burning him down. Like, if he doesn't draw Alexstrasza in the next 2 turns, he's just wasting turns that he can armor up Freeze Mage.
What would you Mulligan here, Skip? Probably throw everything away.
What are you gonna use the Wrath for against Freeze Mage?
It could be the Luthor or the Acolyte.
I guess.
But yeah, you really need the Wild Growth more.
Yeah, you really need some better cards. Yeah, I think I would mulligan the Wrath as well. You just want the Wild Growth and the Innervates.
Yeah.
We see Kolento drawing one draw spell, which is always what you want to see.
I mean, the scenario you really want here is to have a few minions on the board already.
Yep.
And be removing the acolytes and loot turrets that way, I guess.
So we see
a very slow start again from Skip.
Yeah.
This is not looking good.
No. Well, he has a pretty good curve after turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. But
a while ago there would have been, huge.
Yep.
What if he pings is gonna wrath it for 1 or 2? Yeah. Interesting.
Just get it out of the way. But Kolento's start this is exactly what you want. Like
it couldn't get any better.
No. Did you see what secret it was?
No, I didn't.
Alright, so we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. We're gonna see a Shade here, of course. Hopefully it can do some work, but I actually think Shade is not that good against Freeze Mage, just because with Shade you don't really want to attack, but against Freeze Mage you kind of have to attack.
It's a fine balance really with that, but I mean, I actually think you do have to, you do attack with it usually.
Yep.
I mean, as he, in the worst case scenario, he's expending removal on it.
Do you swipe here?
I think I would.
It seems pretty strong. It means that you can attack with your Shade as well, without knowing that it's gonna die. Like, just playing Yeti here seems kind of bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Where the loot hoarders can just kill it. And it seems like he is gonna do it. Yep, he swipes the face. But he doesn't attack with the Shade.
Interesting. Definitely interesting.
Maybe
because, I mean, the stealth really doesn't do much for the Shade against Freeze Mage, because he's gonna be AoEing it down anyway.
I guess he's a little bit worried about Frostbolt, but I'm not sure you're allowed to, or allowed to is kind of a bad word, but you really want to burn them down really as fast as possible.
Yeah, he has to attack next turn, I guess. But I mean, every other matchup you really want to save the Shade for a few turns.
Yeah.
But I think he has to attack next turn.
There's not going to be any minions to trade with, so. And we see in this game Kolento actually getting all the draw he wants. So it's going to be really tough for Skip to win this game.
Well, it depends a bit on how he's going to deal with the
Antonidas?
The Spectral
the Spectral.
Yeah. How Kolento will deal with that. If he has a good, counter to that.
Yeah, like if he actually would have attacked with it, there's no way he could have cleared it this turn. So kind of unfortunate for Skip.
I mean, this hand is kind of good and bad for Kolento. I mean, he kind of lacks the AoE removal.
Yeah,
he's got a
he really does. He has no freeze, no flame strike, for example.
And he draws a Mad Scientist.
Yeah, not really what he wanted, but and we do see that it is an ice block that he has because it's not it wasn't glowing in his hand.
Yeah.
And Lotheb is one of the key cards for Druid. It allows him to actually stop the damage coming in, because often when they Alexstrasza you can pop the ice block that turn. That's often what happens, and if you can actually play Lotheb, you can stop the damage coming in and killing you, which is really important.
Yeah, it's just a huge tempo card. Would you go face art? I think you do.
I think you have to start doing it. Like, he's on 6 mana. This is when the freezes start to come in. Like, if he blizzards here, you just you play 3 mana for nothing, basically.
Just puts so many targets on the board for him, Yep. But yeah, this is like with the Lotheb draw, this really starts to look Skip's way. Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah. As long as he can get the damage in. He does have one part of the combo. If he can draw the second one, it looks really good.
Yeah.
But Kolento kind of has an awkward turn here as well. He has so many options, it's hard to decide what you want to do.
He actually made you think about overdrawing soon.
Yeah, for sure.
He's playing the armor here.
Yeah, he's playing no draw spell, so that's why. He's thinking there's so many ways he can start overdrawing.
What do you think about pinging instead of the armor here, and just hoping to get it from the well, you could get it from the scientist, but now he doesn't get anything from the scientist.
That's true. I mean, I think Skip kind of knows that he's not gonna.
I mean, it's more aggressive, I guess, not to go for it. Like to actually play out the armor.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of
lets him draw more. I mean, there's more room in the hand, definitely. But
I don't think, because he's already played. No, this is his first. Okay. Oh, it's playing Lotheb now. That's interesting.
And going double face, yeah. This will be almost.
So
I
think he's setting up. Yeah, he's definitely setting up the Savage Roar.
And there's no way to refreeze this at all.
even if he draws something. Frost Nova is 8. He does get one freeze spell though, so he can freeze one of the 5/5s. But
he's not gonna. I would have thought he would try to sack this Mad Scientist here. He's definitely gonna be freezing one of them, but it's kind of.
He might run only one.
One armor, yeah.
Ice barrier.
Yeah.
So he might know that he doesn't have the second one.
He probably does, I think, considering how he's playing.
Yeah, most people play double secrets, so. But don't you? I think he would have if he does. It seems. Maybe he wants to. He could still ping it off. To get it, but I mean that doesn't really do much.
I mean, is there any scenario where he's not gonna be ice lancing the 5/5 here?
It depends. If you count, does Savage Shore actually pop the block? I guess it does, right? He has 6, 10, 15, 16.
Oof.
Okay. He has 17 plus.
Always wanted to math
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, so he can pop the ice block.
But yeah, that's tricky, definitely.
It is. What do you do here? It's so many choices.
I mean, he can't Alexstrasza on next turn, but he could Alexstrasza on 2 turns possibly.
Yeah, like it's also like because the Mad Scientist is alive still. Like there's always gonna be a secret that's gonna be coming from that. So Skip might also think that I mean Ice Block is definitely coming next turn again. So.
But I mean, it kind of just depends on how his mindset is in this game. Like he will have to win this game. He cannot afford to lose this one. So he may need to play safe, but maybe actually going aggressive is the safe option here.
I mean, we see that he doesn't have Alexstrasza actually, which.
And I mean, he can ice lance. No, he can. I mean, ice block and go fireball on this turn.
So he's going. I think he's going for it. He is going for it, and he puts him to 1. That's really important.
Yeah.
He actually gets him to 1. But if Kolento can't draw Alexstrasza, it's gonna be quite devastating.
Like I think there's no scenario where he's not playing the ice block here, at least.
Ooh, a freeze spell.
But that's also risky because of
he actually has both of the secrets in his hand. He has Ice Barrier and Ice Block in his hand. We can't really see the last card.
Yeah.
But on the small screen, you actually see that he has Ice Barrier as well. So we could actually see both secrets come out.
But I think in this case, yeah, like it would have to be. Well, then I mean, if he goes for both of them, he would have to kind of freeze as well, because either if he doesn't freeze, the Ice Barrier is almost useless, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, what if you Frost Nova here, and then one of the secrets? I guess you actually just have lethal next turn, because if you would have 7, 8 damage plus double fireball. 8, 16.
I mean, there's a possibility where you could
go 12.
go like Ice Block Fireball and go to face with all minions. That's a possibility.
That's
scenario.
actually true as well. Does that set? I guess that actually sets up for sure lethal, but Ice Block, Frost Nova.
He's playing it safe here and Doomsayer.
If my math was not incorrect, I think he does have lethal. If Skip doesn't heal.
Okay, let's see.
But no, he's not gonna have lethal because he. I don't know if I agree with the Doomsayer because it's gonna clear his board as well.
He gets no draw at all from it. I mean, is there any option here except hero powering the face?
No, I think you have to hero power face. He might be if it is Ice Barrier though. Like, it's tough because if it's Ice Barrier,
he's still gonna want to hero power the face, I guess.
I guess it's the same. It's the same thing, I guess, because I mean it's one.
But I think this is actually kind of a bluff by Kolento.
It seems like a bluff that it is Ice Barrier. Because why? I mean, I think the Doomsayer actually might lose Kolento the game here.
If he doesn't go for it, but like killing the Antonidas.
Because if he doesn't play the Doomsayer,
I mean, he doesn't have the 5-6 turns to set up the perfect lethal with Alexstrasza in this case,
No.
you know. So he kind of needed to kill him in 2 or 3 turns.
This seemed kind of weird.
But do you actually Valkyrie it? I'm not sure about that.
It allows you to play Rag and Hero Power, but
it gives you 1 less draw later on.
It does. It does.
I guess that's not bad actually. Yeah, I like the Valkyrie here. One of the few scenarios that's actually good on turn 8.
This seemed really weird to me.
He does have a lot of fireballs though.
Yeah, but like if he didn't clear his board, I think he would have had lethal. If I might have miscounted, but
let's see. Okay, he plays the armor here. Okay, he goes for the arcane intel to begin with here.
Oh, Alexstrasza. But this is just gonna be lethal.
Yes, it's lethal. Well, he could play the possibility of the.
Yeah, he could play the 1-3, which he might.
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
actually.
he does.
So 50-50.
Well, he could draw Wrath as well for sure lethal. That doesn't help him, I guess.
Yeah. Gets him nothing, but he has to assume what this secret is.
Well, it doesn't really matter if he plays Rag, because Rag still kills him.
I mean, he should actually pop the secret and also play Rag. Like, there's no reason not to hero power and check.
Well,
yeah, because it's lethal anyway. It's 9 damage.
Yeah, exactly.
And 9 health. So
if he could clear Rag though, he would like, I don't know which is correct actually. But I mean, I don't think he could innervate.
Come down to 50-50 in any case.
Yeah, it's like he knows it's Ice Barrier. There's no other secret it could be. So innervating Yeti might be better. 50-50. Oh, he gets it.
GG.
Maybe a little bit of karma there for the Warrior game.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Skip would have been in a really, really terrible position if he lost that.
Almost unwinnable, I'd say.
If you pick it into Druid, because I think it's a better matchup than Zoo, and it is a handlock, yeah.
I know. How does he actually mulligan? Because he doesn't know.
I think you have to mulligan for handlock. Like, it's, if you think about it, the chances, like with the decks he has left, I don't think you would pick Zoo into.
I think actually, I don't know, if you think about the Zoo versus Druid and the handlock versus Druid, I actually prefer Zoo versus Druid to handlock. But that's just my personal playstyle. I think the Hunt to Creeper is definitely a keep, but it comes down to the Wrath if you wanna, like.
Yeah. If it's Zoo, you really do want that Wrath.
Yeah, definitely.
You really do.
It'd be so huge.
But if it's handlock, I mean, Wrath is not the worst card against handlock either. But
yeah, but it's often quite slow when you want the ramp really. But
you really do want some. I mean,
I think
it gives you one less chance to draw a Keeper or a Big Game Hunter. Oh,
a huge wild growth there for Skip. Jesus, but going second is a lot better, I think, in this case for Skip. If he would have had that, you know.
Yeah. It's gonna come down to if Kolento draws at turn 4, which he doesn't actually have yet.
And wow, okay, so it's Ancient Watcher coin into Owl. That's interesting.
That is very aggressive, and I mean, it's probably one of the best plays that you can actually make against any.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you play the?
I think he has to go wild growth.
You think so?
I mean,
I think it's like because he knows the Owl is gonna come. Well, I mean,
if it's not a bad scenario. Like he hero powers, then plays the Creeper if he doesn't draw 4-drop, and you know, kills the Owl. It's not a horrible scenario.
No. Oh, swipe. That's pretty good.
I think you still go for the Creeper.
Yeah, you still go for the Creeper. You can always swipe next turn as well. But I mean, you're probably playing Spectral Knight, which is a great card in any matchup.
Depends a lot on the play here, but I mean, this is quite strong for Kolento, but it also kind of slows down.
It slows down the draw, and as well, if he does top deck a Mountain Giant, he cannot play it on turn 4 now.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Innervate. Huge. But yeah, I think it's just gonna be Spectral Knight here and here when I'm going for face. Yeah.
I mean, Spectral Knight is always gonna be tough to clear. Let's see.
So wait, we have 4 mana. There's also again nothing to play here really.
Mortar Coil isn't the worst because it's always gonna be a possibility when he does pop the Death Rattle on the Spider. Clearing the 1/1s is always important.
Would you go for that here?
I mean, there's no better time to do it than now, I don't think. Because next turn you do have a 5-drop. You do have a
I think there's no
Soul.
scenario where he's actually going to be playing the defender next turn.
No.
So Lotheb or Sludbelcher. I think Lotheb is actually possibly a bit stronger.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say. It's also good defensively, Lotheb.
It does depend on what Skip decides to do as well. But we're probably going to see another Spectral Knight next turn. Especially if he does run in. I mean, this game... Oh, he goes face.
I mean, yeah, the Mortal Coil is not bad, to clear a lot of things. But
so he gets the Drake for the swipe. That's pretty good.
I think still here, it may be probably a Spectral Knight turn here for sure.
Is there any merit in swiping the 4/5?
I don't think so.
Just to keep your Spectral Knight healthy?
You really want to save that for the late game. I think after the combo, like you can combo him down to really far. But we see in his hand he has a Jiraxus for that. But I don't know. I think Spectral Knight is probably the best play here.
I think so too. But then there's the question: do you go face? I guess that is a bit weak to Shadow Flame.
He's kind of told us though that he doesn't have Shadow Flame. But it's I don't know.
I mean, if you play 2 Spectral Knights, I mean then
it's riskier, and this is quite strong, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. I think again he doesn't have a 4-drop, so playing the Mortal Coil is actually quite annoying because then you don't have a follow-up.
Yeah, so I think it's so Sludbelcher or Lotheb, it's gonna come down.
And it's probably gonna be Lotheb because I mean his Savage Sword would be really devastating if he plays Lotheb. I mean Sludge Belcher.
Yeah. There's a merit also of going for tap and Earthen Ring here.
The problem with playing Lotheb though is that the damaged Spectral Knight can just trade with one of the 1/1s. That's an excellent trade. And he can just develop an Azure Drake.
What do you think about the possibility of going for tap here? I mean, if you look at Kolento's hand, it's quite slow, really slow. There's not a lot of taunt.
Well, I guess you would Mortal Coil first then.
There's no board clear and stuff, so I think, well, I'm thinking if you tap, you would go for the Earthen Ring, but
all right.
I'm thinking for the possibility of like he has to draw into a board clear at some point, and maybe he has to be a bit greedy and go for it, and a double Savage or Jesus Christ, this is really looking scary now. I think we could be looking at a 2-1.
He could have even hero powered the Lotheb there to keep one of the 1/1s, just for even stronger Savage Shore. But you don't need to.
Kolento's very innovative though, so I mean, I guess that kind of scares players into, playing passively. But a huge draw here.
But we do see that he has the Mortal Coil to clear the 1/1 and the
Shadow Flame for next turn is huge, but if he can actually survive it,
he top decked the Mountain Giant as well.
A huge turn again, yeah.
And he has the Soulfire for the Drake, so that's not gonna stay alive.
I think Mountain Giant here is definite.
He might play Sludge Belcher just because he's scared of the combo. Like Innervate combo would actually be lethal if he plays Mountain Giant.
It's definitely more greedy to go for the Mountain Giant here.
Yeah. It does set him up for a better next turn, but I think he's gonna play Sludge Belcher. Because there's always that possibility. It's the only way you lose this matchup. But I mean, Mountain Giant is so good too.
It's good for definitely for the board clear and stuff.
Oh, he's going for it, even
tapping into it. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play it, I guess tapping is the correct call.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is it's risky. It's risky. Doesn't want to be taking, but it looks like it's gonna probably pay off. A huge
top deck.
Draw. Jesus.
Did he have lethal in hand though with double Savage Shore?
No, he didn't.
6, 8.
It would have been 12 and he had 16 or something.
8, 12. Oh, it was actually 1 damage off lethal. He was 1 damage off, but that top deck. Oh, we see that.
A perfect start for Skip here again.
Do you keep the whole hand? That's the question.
I think it's probably... I don't know.
I think Spectral Knight is one of the strongest cards against Shaman though.
Yeah.
So
actually, it's a bit rough. Like I think I would probably in his position throw away the Yeti and go like turn to Hunter Creeper.
And
No,
then
no, no, no,
innervate
no,
the
Yeah.
Spectral Knight.
Well, you could just actually innovate it on turn 3, but
Yeah.
saving the coin for a possibility. He could have gone what Hunter Creeper, Spectral Knight, Yeti in that position.
You can go now. You could go coin Creeper as well and then innervate, but he does go for the turn 1 Yeti, which I mean it's strong against everything, but Shaman might be one of the classes it's weakest against, in my opinion.
I think for Shaman, like if you get in position where you can get a board up on them, you know, and you can clear the totems every turn, it gets so desperate for the Shaman. Yeah. And he only has removal, and it's.
And we do see there's no hex. There's no way to deal with the Yeti.
Yeah.
Which is. It's great for Skip. It's looking good. It's looking good.
He has. What does he have here? There's really very few options. I mean, he could go the Manantide, which gets killed immediately. Yep. He could go for
a totem, which gets killed immediately.
I think a Manantide might even be the best play here, but it's very, very desperate.
It does get him one more draw, one more card closer to what he wants, what he needs to deal with the board. But
yeah, but this is as bad as it gets, really.
We see that he draws a Sludge Belcher, which is going to be a good turn 5, but.
But if he, if he plays nothing until then,
it's going to be tough. But the totem does tank 4 damage as well, which is always important. He doesn't want to get too low either.
I think a very smart play with Skip is not killing the spider, the creeper. I mean, because he basically gives him another out.
But he does have a way to clear the Yeti.
But this is still not ideal. I mean,
no, he has to. I mean, he has the creeper. The creeper can clear one of them. It's not even gonna die because he's most likely gonna silence the one of the flame tongues and then go kill the one that's not buffed.
What do you think about just killing the one of the flame tongues? You can kill them.
I mean, yeah, that's better. That's better. Yeah. You should kill it.
Because with the possibility of, I mean, you either give him a 0-3 for the flame tongue or a 1-1, and I think a 0-3 might even be better for the flame tongue.
And we do see there is an Argus in Kolento's hand, which would be pretty good. Yeah. It would give the flame tongue actually a. Oh, he went for the silence.
Yeah, I mean they're both understandable plays, but I personally slightly prefer the attack there, killing the totem.
All right, so we get a Harvest Golem draw, which is probably not going to be played this turn.
Yeah, this should be an Argus turn.
Yeah, I mean it looks really strong to Argus up the 3-1 to kill the 4-2 and then get a 1-4 taunt totem basically.
Would you trade into the Hunter Creeper? I think I probably would.
It does get him 2 more damage on the board.
Yeah, I mean, and also the health on the Flame Tongue totem that will be buffed will probably be.
It does mean that he could just hero power down the taunted Flame Tongue totem. I don't know. But he's actually gonna go.
The Flame Tongue totem would go up to 4 health.
Yeah.
I guess, but Sludge Belcher is quite strong here as well. You can trade.
So he's just gonna trade it off.
I really like this play by Kolento. It's really strong.
What do you do here, Skip? It's actually pretty awkward.
This is tough. Yeah. I mean, now the silence is possible, but it's not ideal.
No, I mean everything he plays is gonna just be killed by the Sludge Belcher. From a good start to looking really grim for Skip here.
Yeah, Flame Tongue really turned it around here.
Double Flame Tongue even.
Double even, yeah. Jesus. But I think silencing the Flame Tongue is probably about as good as it gets here, but that's quite slow as well.
Yeah, I mean you could also silence the Belcher, hoping that he doesn't have another taunt, so you could then you could clear off the 2-1.
Yeah, that doesn't look as appealing though, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, no good plays, but I guess silencing the Flame Tongue is.
Do you use the belt? No, do you use the Keeper or the Soulbreaker?
I think you have to use the Keeper. I mean, Shaman doesn't have that many ways to buff like attack by 1.
Yeah.
Which He's going for the play that I said. No, he's thinking about it. Yeah, okay. So I mean, he's really hoping for no taunt so he can clear off the Flame Tongue next turn, I guess.
He's basically making the Flame Tongue quite redundant because 5 attack doesn't really matter if you have 3 health or 1 health.
No, exactly.
But with the Arcus, this can get a bit scary.
Yeah, I mean,
there's just no wrong play.
Even
here.
playing Doomhammer right here would not be bad. Clearing off the 1/1s and clearing the 4/3 with the Belcher. Or
vice versa, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But he's gonna go with the Argus, which also seems extremely strong.
Yeah.
Well, what do you taunt here though, if you're gonna play Argus?
I think you probably taunt totems.
Or he's gonna, because he got the spell power, he could play Lightning Storm as well.
Lightning Storm is quite a bit slower, but it also gets him ahead.
Yeah.
It's really just a luxury problem here. He's so far ahead in this.
I mean, he's for sure clearing the 4/3 as well with the spell power, but he does go for it. So he clears the board.
I mean, Lightning Storm is usually not considered a very strong card against Druid.
No.
So if you get a good scenario for it, you definitely just want to go for it.
All right, he does a swipe. That might actually be really important later. But you just silence right here.
It's really rough again. I think all of the 3 possibilities of silence, even just killing the totem, you know.
Yeah, it seems
swiping
really
also killing the Belcher seems viable, and I think Lothar probably the weakest play here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Would you kill the totem with or silence it? I mean, I don't see much merit to silencing it.
No.
If you can kill it, so I think it's either killing the Belcher with the swipe or killing the totem with a keeper. Hero powering in both situations.
Yeah, you could hero power swipe.
I think though, I like the swipe hero power here best.
You think so? Clearing the both the totems.
No, I mean, I'd probably consider clearing the Belcher. But
clearing the Belcher. All right. But he does go with the clearing the Flame Tongue totem.
Also really strong. Yeah. But I mean, we see here that he has the Arcus, so this is like a perfect Arcus turn.
Doesn't get much better than this.
You can also,
as well, he's on 5 mana.
It's just a luxury problem. Like he can also go Doomhammer, and that's gonna be insanely strong as well. You know.
Like, I mean, all of his plays there's no play that requires more than 6 mana. So playing the Doomhammer right here, he can just Argus next turn.
That's true, yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, it gives him an extra out, I guess, for the possibility of Black Knight, but I mean, he also doesn't need to kill it. Yeah, like he's showing us here.
Yep. Swipe is gonna do some work here, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Swiping the Azure Drake, or you could swipe the Rat, but then you can't hero power. So how do you actually clear this? Can you actually clear this?
I kind of like attacking with a keeper into the Slug Belcher.
Yeah.
Swiping the Drake and wrathing down the Belcher.
Yep.
Then you have about a 2/1 versus a totem.
Or I mean, you could just swipe the swipe Sludge Belcher, Wrath the Drake. It's the same thing, and then it's just attacking into the Belcher. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's he's doing this play.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which way you do it. Oh. He saves the swipe.
It's not good value for the swipe, so I like this as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
He does have a lot of options here, though. He could play. So many options.
I mean, the egg and the defenders look quite good. I mean, since he used 3 silences already.
Yeah.
So
you kind of do want to taunt up the Seer too, so it can clear the 2/1 though. You could even Doomhammer again and play
goes for the
Harvest Golem. Goes for the Gnomish, see what he draws. Ooh, Rockbiter.
Yeah, like he doesn't necessarily even need to taunt up the egg because he has the Rockbiter.
Yep.
But I mean, he also wants Rockbiter for the burst.
He goes for the clear, taunting up the Azure Drake and the Totem.
Oof, this is rough again. I mean, this is a very slow play. Like he could just draw into a Hex or something, and we see now that he doesn't have a very good way to remove this.
No, he does not.
But
he does have Rockbiter. Rockbiter trades 1 for.
But you won't really want to have the Rockbiter as a surprise lethal. But this is I mean, he can just go for, I guess.
He could even go Doomhammer and then Rockbiter just to keep his board alive.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant actually. Yep. Rockbiter there, but it's also possible to have that as a secret lethal, I guess.
So is he gonna clear? He probably has to clear if he does Rockbiter. So just place the Harvest Golem to drop even more pressure on the board. We see that
this is getting really desperate for Skip here.
Yeah, like you can almost see it in his face. Drake, see what you draw. I guess Drake doesn't do that much. It doesn't help your swipe at all.
Yeah, it's true.
Like swipe is gonna clear 2 minions, no matter how you do it. The 2-5 damage or 5-2 damage doesn't matter here.
I think you do go for the Azure, but it's still, you're basically hoping that he has no burst.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even if he clears off 2 minions, like he has 8 damage just on board with the Doomhammer. So I like this actually better than playing the Drake. It does the same thing but a bigger body.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see a Sludge Belcher if he doesn't draw anything better, and the
Hex comes down. That does nothing for him at this point. But so it's gonna be what egg and
Egg, Sludge Belcher, Totem. Oh, he can't Totem. He has 8 mana, but
the Overlord with a Doomhammer. But
just go face. Then
either egg.
I mean, turn.
Actually, I kind of prefer the Totem to the egg here. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, Kolento agrees. Because you don't have a really way of popping the egg.
There's not much point in egging.
Love that term, egging. Yeah.
Egging.
Sounds like you kind of, I don't know. I think it's like kind of used for like the TP thing, people in the US do like.
Yeah, like Halloween, if they don't give you candy.
Yeah, or like you get sacked or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, that actually do that?
I didn't have it for me, but yeah, it's something people do.
So we do see a concede here from Skip.
Very understandable. He had nothing.
Yeah, no way. I think it's normally very strong for Mage, but there's definitely ways that Shaman win pretty easily as well.
It does. It's quite crucial, the Doomhammer in this one. It really is, like for the pressure and stuff like that.
We see that Skip actually mulliganed very, very fast. He had Alexstrasza in his hand. Would you keep it?
Probably not actually, because it's all about just staying alive as the mage.
Alright.
But he's playing Novice Inventor. That's not a very common card.
No.
A lot of people.
I think normally it's between Novice Engineer and
the Loot Torror, I guess. Yeah.
Or Acolyte as well.
Yeah, but I mean, I have to be playing Acolyte, I think, as well in addition. But he goes for the Mad Scientist. It's very strong on the first turn to get some board control.
And I mean, it does give you Secret as well.
Yeah. Does he coin out the Harvest? I think he has to here.
I think it's too good not to. The Totem is just gonna die.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, he's kind of forced to go Arcane Brilliance here. I think he would have really wanted to go for an Acolyte.
Yeah.
But an interesting matchup here. Like it's usually you really want to like Earthshock an Acolyte. And that's what
you just want to keep them not from drawing.
Yeah, but I mean it's something that I think a lot of the newer players definitely would do. They would see an Acolyte and you really want to Earthshock it. But in this scenario here, the silence is actually really crucial to kill the Doom Sayers.
Yeah.
So you really have to save them up. But yeah.
And we do see that Kolento has the Doomhammer, which is also one of the key cards in this matchup, because normally the mage only freezes the board, right? Then you can still do a lot of work with the Doomhammer.
Yeah, I think it's the key card in this matchup, really.
So he does go for the Harvest Golem.
With the possible follow-up of Feral Spirit. Actually.
Yep, it's really good.
Now he has the Arcane Intellect, but he can also go Novice and Hero Power next turn. So I think he's probably gonna go for that. Yeah, he go for the Arcane Intellect now. Do you face?
He just wants. I mean, you have to go face. I mean, if it gets Earthshocked, then I mean I think you're pretty happy. Oh, double Doomhammer. That is a really good draw.
Yeah, the Rockbiter for the potential of what 8.
And then because he Feral Spirits now, he's gonna have full mana turn 5.
But now we see the Doomhammer Frostnova very likely coming in next
Yep.
turn.
Turn 5. Ooh.
And I think he has to go Mad Scientist here. But he goes with Ping. Ping is not bad.
If he goes Mad Scientist, I think he's for sure playing Frostnova next turn.
Yeah, and then Doomsayer, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you do go Mad Scientist here.
I think it's really good because it allows you to get both your secrets out. Normally, when you play Mad Scientist, very often just gets one. Because, I mean, normally you don't always. Oh, and that was a duplicate.
Wow, that's so interesting.
So he actually he didn't play the Mad Scientist. He pings off the Wolf, which is also a good play.
I think it would be kind of interesting because it would be very problematic for him to actually copy it.
Oh, that was a pretty good draw. It's gonna allow him to not take that much damage, but
really slows his game down.
Yep.
But this is quite interesting. This is like kind of the mix between a freeze mage and a hyper mage.
Yeah, we saw it both RDU and Forsen running a variance of this, I guess. It might be the same deck, I don't know. At Via Game. It runs 2 Sludge Belchers and 2 duplicates instead of Ice Barriers.
Do you think they run Twilight Drakes in that one?
No, they didn't run Twilight Drakes. They actually didn't run a Blizzard.
Oh wow.
Like the only freeze they have is Frost Nova. Two Flame Strikes, 2 Frost Novas.
I mean, I guess if you're like, it kind of depends on the veto, but I would think like you'd be in a lot of trouble against Sue, for example, with that deck.
Yeah. I mean, it's I've been playing it a lot as well. It's pretty strong.
Very interesting. But now turn 5 for Kolento. What does he have here? There's one scenario.
He has double Fire Elemental. If he does play Rockbiter, Doomhammer here.
If he actually attacks the Novice Engineer first, he's a genius. Confirmed
well,
genius.
I mean, he's pretty sure because.
Oh wow, that's so smart.
He knows the deck as well because he played against it a lot last week. He knows it does run duplicates and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's perfect. He reads the situation perfectly.
Yeah, really well played by him. Kolento, he definitely deserves to win if he gets it.
Yeah.
And now, what do you do here? This is not really what you want to be, Frostnova Doomsayering, but it's...
No. You could just play double Novice and...
Interesting.
He does do it.
It's very defensive. But it may be way to go. I mean, he doesn't have an Earthshock now, like I talked about. Keeping the Earthshock for the Doomsayer can be good, but he also got a very good value out of it.
But he has the
Doomhammer
Rockbiter, which sets up lethal for next turn.
Indeed, this is like panic mode for Skip right now when he sees this double face.
Yep. He has an ice block, but it's not going to save him for that long.
No, not at all.
There's always only so long you can actually like you could Frostbolt phase, but there's only so many times you can do that.
Indeed. What do you think about possibility of not using the Rockbiter there?
Well, I mean, I guess it's the same thing kind of, because if you could just double Rockbiter as well.
Yeah, but that's kind of like more deceptive, I guess. Gives him like into panic mode less.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this kind of scares Skip though.
Yeah, definitely. He's in panic mode now, and he may not have been in panic mode. Maybe he doesn't like.
He might not have played ice block actually if he didn't do it, but I guess this might be better against if he played another Sludge Belcher maybe.
Yeah.
He's really scared. He even Frostbolts the face.
I think it's the right way to go here, definitely. Because I mean, on turn 7, you really don't want to be like having to use Alexstrasza.
But Feral Spirit's
as a follow-up to the
hero power is really good.
Feral Spirit, yeah, definitely.
Flame Strike.
Oof. Can he play this now? That's the question. He kind of has to.
He has no, like...
He has another one in hand, so... I guess he's not... doesn't have a lot of
well,
stuff
if he
to
draws
show
cards, there's not that many cards he can draw that is actually good for him. Like, I'm not sure if he runs Blizzard or not. He might, but I mean...
It's looking like he does.
I think you have to just play Flame Strike. We're gonna see the Ice Block being popped this turn. What do you do? I guess Sludge Butcher, Rock Biter is the only choice.
It's kind of unfortunate that he can't get him like
closer to.
Yeah, like he couldn't get him at 1 health or something.
Yeah.
But with 5 health, I
mean,
guess
he has double Fire Elemental as well.
But he does have some other Doomhammer left though, so this is almost impossible now.
Yeah.
But the value card, Jesus, that's exactly what he needed.
That is really good.
He does have 10 on the following turn.
Yep.
The possibility of, I mean, best case scenario would be like a lightning bolt, I guess. But that's only 13 as well, so he keeps him alive. But he kind of, he may want to actually do that on next turn. Clear some of this before.
Yep. Well, if he plays that, he's definitely not playing Alexstrasza. Ooh. I think he's really happy about that draw.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna save. It's not gonna save the Ice Block. Because we do see that there is a fire elemental in the hand of Kolento.
Yeah. So he goes for the Novice and the Ice Block, I would think.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it just depends. I mean, if he goes for the Fire Elemental, there's not much. Yeah, this is actually, I think, game over now, I would say. And he goes for the Fire Elemental, and then Alexstrasza won't save him.
No. I mean, it was pretty much over already, but...
Well, there's one possibility, though. He gets a second Ice Lance. He could go Alexstrasza Ice Lance. But that's, a lot of damage spent, I guess, on just...
Well, he still has to, but he still has to, like, clear and stuff.
No, I mean, I'm just thinking about the possibility with no optional draw.
Yeah, for sure.
Mana Tide is huge as well. Oof. Kolento playing this really well.
So he is gonna Alexstrasza himself. There's no other play. But we do see that there is for sure lethal next turn, and Kolento takes it. 2 games in a row with Shaman.
Very expected, but Skip put up one hell of a fight, definitely.
Yeah.
And played really well.
Even
insult to injury, I guess, with Alec here.
Does he play it?
Nah, he's too minor to do that here.
Yeah, Fire Elemental coming down. That was a really good series.
Awesome
for
series,
sure.
Definitely.
Really well played by both, and